basically, first step is going to be remove the battery. Then I'm going to have to remove the airbox cleaner. So it's all auxiliary stuff, the crank position sensor, I think there's a cross member. Got to take the axles out, obviously. Yeah, hopefully everything comes apart smoothly. We're going to have to get the car up pretty high, so I've recruited the help of every jack I have available to me.
And there's one on the other side too.
And away it goes. Beautiful thing about having a Japanese car is everything's in metric. This on everything. Everything that might need to be removed. Even stupid little battery bolts. Here's the starter. That's gonna have to come out. Just spray it. Out enough. So next you just need to remove the stock airbox. 10mm socket for the airbox with the long extension. Pliers to remove this hose. Okay. Should come out. This whole assembly should come out.
Acorns.
There's these two bolts down here for the slave cylinder. Slave cylinder. Okay, so right now I have to remove the shift linkage. Oh, that one came off easy. Alright. Okay, so there's two clips like this. They hold the linkage, so then you can move this stuff out of the way. Okay, so I have the shifter linkage disconnected. After you remove this shifter linkage cable from this assembly on the transmission, there's a bracket down here that needs to be removed so you can clear the transmission when you're dropping it. Two bolts. Bracket comes out. It's orientated like this. And this is for my own reference so I don't forget. And disconnect P and P switch, backup lamp switch, and ground harness connectors. So there we go. This harness controls both of those. I guess I can remove the park or the crank position sensor. That comes out. Put the bolt back in so I don't lose it. Remove starter motor, and then we have to start taking the shafts out of the transmission. So starter motor is right here. This big boy under those wires.
This is two 14mm bolts.
I usually use a 13/16 socket when I remove these lug nuts. Let me know if NASCAR needs any pit crew, man. Yeah, it's making a mess. You have to remove the strut lower mount bolts, the brake clip hose back here, the wheel bearing lock nut right here, this end link, calipers. That should give you enough play to pull the axle out. My finger. That hurts so bad.
Is that a blood blister?
Instant. That's beautiful. Oh God, it feels so
Wow. Hope you...
Please be enough. Just like that. And pass me that hammer it. Yeah.
Alright, so when you go to pull your axle out, you need to make sure you have a bucket under there to catch your grips.
Rags.
Alright, so there's your axle. Just trying to protect the splines on the end of the axle, make sure they don't get damaged at all.
Oh, that pretty brand new, fresh gear lube. Alright, let's do the other side. Okay, so the passenger side axle is quite a bit longer than the driver's side. About 3/4 of the way down, there is another piece where part of the axle will bolt to this bracket. But there's 3 bolts, and it's very difficult to get to. And I have headers, so it's a lot easier to get to than it was the first time I ever did this. But these 3 bolts are the last thing holding this axle in, and then we can pry it out and then start working on dropping the transmission. So I got 2 bolts loose, 12mm wrench.
The bolt.
Hopefully I can get this last one loose. Who put this on here? Hercules? Control F. No. Separate drive shaft from knuckle by lightly tapping it. Remove left drive shaft. Okay. How about right drive shaft?
Uh-oh, we went to Google. That's not a good sign.
I don't understand how people who lower their car are okay with replacing their axle like every 6 to 12 months. They're like, oh yeah, I go through axles. I think in my case, they're like fused together. The coupling with the 3 bolts. I'm just gonna hit it with a hammer. When in doubt, give up. So okay, I'm not wrong. That's it. That's all I need to do. How do I get it out? I'm just gonna go hit it with a hammer.
Pete, what are you doing?
I'm just literally hitting it with a hammer. It's not working. Persistence. Alright, I don't know what to do. Seriously? Like, seriously?
Things are getting serious now. You coming out?
Yeah. Where's the screwdriver? Alright, so here it comes! Yeah! Careful. Careful. Alright. Easy. See? Took 2 seconds.
Alright, so we're getting ready to start dropping the tran. So what we have done per the FSM is support the oil pan with the jack. You just want to make sure that you're not resting the jack on the drain plug. You can see it's right over there.
So these 4 bolts that connect to this cross member.
So we're jacking up on the oil pan right now, and you can see the motor actually raises slightly. We're supporting the motor because we're going to be removing that lower cross member, which supports the motor currently.
These bolts are basically flat if you look at them. Like, the threads are just, I don't even know how these bolts even work anymore. Please don't fall on me, motor. I don't want that. Okay. So those are out. Now the only thing holding this up are the 2 motor mounts. I'm gonna remove the driver's side motor mount. I'm not actually gonna remove it from the car. I'm gonna remove it from the motor.
All right, so there's 4 bolts holding this in. There's 2 lower ones that are 14s and 2 uppers that are 17s.
And the motor wants to move, which is expected. I need to put a jack under that.
And here's Jake. The whole engine's on that one motor mount, right? So
Well, I mean, the other two don't have much. You know what I'm saying?
I disconnected them.
Oh, on the bottom?
Yeah, I took that cross member off. Basically, it's just floating.
Alright, so how many bolts do I got here?
Careful, SpongeBob.
Sorry for the shaking camera. I am shivering. It is cold.
Just warmer.
Oh, I can hold it.
Alright.
Let the kid with the broken shoulder hold it.
I'm kind of upset at Nissan, just because like the Maxima has got progressively like less
They made
cool.
it a bloat.
Yeah, like it's gotten less cool every year.
Well, I guess they're catering to the people who buy it.
Buy the car, yeah.
It's like
Funny, but
Oh no.
so if the motor falls right now, this will be the last video of Pete alive. Pete's gonna basically bench press the transmission.
Can you?
What do you want? Down? That's multitasking for you.
Tell me when.
Do you think that? Alright, you're good.
Okay.
All of the
Which way is turning?
all of
to
the
drop
weight
it,
is
right
on this
or
one
left?
bolt.
Left.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I just want to make
Do you like Pete?
No, I just want to make sure I don't turn it.
Alright, so
get it to the point where like it's, it's just.
How about you
No,
not be
yeah,
underneath the vehicle?
You need to get
I'm
out.
ready to die.
No,
Take me.
He was ready.
that's not how this works.
Is my dog outside still?
Probably.
Unless he knows how to open the door.
Yes.
Go?
Yeah. It doesn't. I think last time I had to actually jiggle it out. I mean,
Yeah, because the shifter, all that mechanism there is gonna hit the frame well.
Here, can you record?
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's record Pete's death. Ready?
Okay, now remove the trans.
Oh, it's free.
lower the jack more.
There it is. It's like an ingrown hair.
It's on me.
You got oil all over you.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Just wiggle your way. Wiggle your way through.
I think you gotta come out this way. I'm gonna pull your legs.
I'm gonna lay it down on that.
How do you feel though, Pete?
My heart hurts.
This is a picture perfect moment.
It's on my crotch. And that's how you get a Honda Civic engine out. You just want to be able to open it up and